So hiring an illegal alien, first of all, no one hires an illegal alien out of the goodness of their heart. They hire because they work them harder, pay them less, and undercut the competition who has U.S. citizen employees. It'll also drive down wages. Just an example I told you, drives down wages overall. So enforcing, one of the reasons people come to this country illegally is to get a job. And that's an enticement and that's a magnet. And I'm telling you, thousands under Joe Biden in 4 years, 4,000 aliens died making that journey. Historic record. People put themselves, illegal immigration is not a victimless crime. We get
Wall Street Journal humiliates itself, slams Trump for protecting American jobs. This is insane, but you have to see it to believe it. Let's jump in.
Officials do as well. We also want to get your reaction to this. The Wall Street Journal editorial board reacted to the immigration raid at the Hyundai plant in Georgia that was carried out earlier this week. I'll just read a little bit of it now. The sweeping ICE operation in Georgia illustrates the America First contradiction of demanding foreign investment in the U.S. while shrinking the available workforce. Americans want the law enforced, but raiding legal workplaces isn't going after criminal gangs or murderers. The Georgia raid shows the Trump administration's priority is deporting every illegal migrant, no matter how long they have worked here. This makes every employer a potential target of an ICE raid if the agency suspects foreigners are working there. This is already having a notable impact on the U.S. labor market, as recent monthly jobs reports suggest. It's hard to know, sir. That's the end of that page there. So let's get your reaction to that. I mean, the chilling effect potentially on the American economy, as well as the deportation of people who have been here for years as hardworking employees.
Well, let's break this down. First of all, entering the country legally is a crime. First of all, if you're in the country legally, it's not okay. Knowingly hiring an illegal alien is also a crime. And I said from day one, we're going to do worksite enforcement operations. Let me give you just one example why this is important. And this is a true example. I put a new roof in my house a few years ago. I had to call 5 different companies until I got a company that guaranteed me a legal workforce. And one of the people that showed up was a father and son who at one time employed 20 U.S. citizens in their company. But they couldn't win a bid to replace a roof because they couldn't compare themselves to a company that hired illegal aliens, gave them $5 to get on the roof, where he's paying U.S. citizens $20 to get on the roof. So he lays off 20 U.S. citizen employees because he couldn't compete with illegal alien workforce. That happens every day across this country 1,000 times.
And media won't cover that. They don't. They claim that they care for everyone. They care for the American citizens. They care for the public. But whenever these stories come up, it's as if they are immune to hearing the facts of what happens when criminal illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants come into the country and take up all of these regular jobs because they get paid far less than American citizens and legal immigrants. Because we're talking about American citizens, but these jobs are also being given to documented immigrants. And not just the American citizens lose out in this situation, but also people who are there legally and want to work.
So hiring an illegal alien, first of all, no one hires an illegal alien out of the goodness of their heart. They hire because they work them harder, pay them less, and undercut the competition who has U.S. citizen employees. It'll also drive down wages. Just an example I told you, drives down wages overall. So enforcing, one of the reasons people come to this country illegally is to get a job. And that's an enticement and that's a magnet. And I'm telling you, thousands under Joe Biden in 4 years, 4,000 aliens died making that journey. Historic record. People put themselves, illegal immigration is not a victimless crime. We get.
And they start talking over Tom Homan when he begins to recount the horrors that these people have to go through before they cross into the United States. MSNBC, TDSBC doesn't want you to hear all this because if ICE does enough to prevent these caravans from continuing, it not only stops the surge of illegal immigration into the country, it also protects people from suffering at the hands of the coyotes on on these caravans. It's important to know that there are layers of danger to the people who are looking for a better life. And if ICE does their job well, it removes the incentive to take that dangerous route trying to get into the United States.
In nation of laws, you have to follow those laws.
Mr. Holman, I appreciate what you're saying. I think you did answer my question. I mean, you said that if someone is here illegally, they're a criminal. So I just want to know, what is the data you have beyond that? For example, I was giving you an example of a parent of someone who served in this country. If that person is trying so hard to get their papers straight, especially now, because you're in charge and Trump is in charge and they're going to clean up the border and make this country safe and make sure that people are legal who are here in the United States. I understand that. Donald Trump won the election in part because of this part of his campaign. I'm not arguing it. I just want to know what ICE agents out in the field right now, what they consider to be a criminal. Is that someone who has committed a crime like robbed a store? Or what about Narcisco Barranco, the father of 3 Marines who was cutting bushes at an IHOP before they took him off the street?
All right. Now, I asked for a name in one of the previous videos, and now she gives the name. I'm interested to see what the case is about. Now, it's very important to understand why the United States is the greatest country in the world. And one of the reasons is law and order. Other countries are hellholes because there is no law and order. People buy the law in other countries, in third world countries. And immigrants like me leave those countries because there is no law and order. The person with the largest checkbook wins. So she's called out the name of this individual. Yes, he has kids in the U.S. Army. The question is, does he have legal status in the country? These are very important questions. And I'm very sympathetic to this situation because I have kids. I'm an immigrant myself. And if I happen to be in a country illegally and I'm being deported for not regularizing my papers, it's the law. I can't claim that the law is racist. When I came into the country, I knew what I was doing. I knew when I was out of status or I became undocumented, it was dangerous for me to be around and I could be deported at any time. If there was a way to get legal status, I should have been trying. If I failed at it, it's really up to the courts. So these are the arguments that keep coming up. And let's hear what Tom Holman has to say about this.
I want to know. I want to know the data that you say you have about 70% of these people. Show it to us.
You send me the specifics of that case, and I'll run down what the specifics of that case are. You may not know all the facts around that case.
I may not. I certainly don't. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, let me tell you, look.
And there you have it. Wall Street Journal humiliates itself, slams Trump for protecting American jobs. And Tom Holman has given the facts of the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one.